Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk a little bit today about dating an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend. I am dating an ex and there's a lot of like controversy, I guess, about it. A lot of people think like, oh, your ex is for a reason, you shouldn't date. You guys broke up for a reason. Why are you guys back together? It didn't work out the first time, whatever the case may be. I've heard everything in the book from a lot of people that I know. Same with my boyfriend. This is all going to lead into why I feel like it's okay to date exes under certain circumstances. So that's why I'm kind of giving you a little background on the situation to kind of go into my reasons why I think it's okay to date exes sometimes. Under certain circumstances, I believe it's okay to date an ex. It just really depends on the reason why you broke up. So my boyfriend and I knew each other since I was 12 and he was like 13. We talked a lot on and off like between that time because he lived in California and I lived in Washington State. So we never really hung out, but we met and we talked a lot. We started talking even more when I was around 16 and we IM'd each other all the time when AIM was a thing, and we had each other on MySpace and Facebook, and then we started talking on the phone a lot. We started getting feelings for each other when I was 16. We were still like 2 states away, and then we started dating. And then I actually ran away, and this is a whole nother video I can talk about if you guys are interested, to California, where some of my family lived and where he lived, so that I could live with my family and be near him. So I lived near him for a few months, and then I ended up having to go back to Washington, and then he came to visit me in Washington for like a week, and then he went back home, and then he moved to Washington with me. Actually, he lived with me for a few months. So we had a lot of history together. After he had moved back to California and I was a senior in high school, we broke up. Being so far away from each other just didn't really work out anymore, and we were both so young and like, you know, shit happens. I was uncomfortable with how we broke up because it was over the phone, and then I hadn't seen him. The last time we saw each other, we were still dating. We broke up over the phone, and then we didn't see each other. So it was like very awkward for me and very weird for me to go all those years without any like closure, I guess you could say. Anyway, I don't need to go into details or a long story about it or anything, but my boyfriend and I stopped talking for 6 years. So this is 6 years later, in 2015, that we started talking again. We started talking every day, we were texting every day, and then I went to visit him in San Diego last year, and we hung out for a little bit, and then there was an instant connection between us. We had feelings for each other that never went away, and I kind of thought, I believed that they did, but then, I don't know. He's just really special to me. We've always clicked, we've always gotten along, we've always had a connection. We've been together pretty much since I moved back down to California in October, but we didn't start officially dating, like we didn't make it official until January. But I personally feel like it really just does depend on the reason you guys broke up in the first place, because if you broke up because you had a really toxic, unhealthy relationship, like there's no trust, or you got cheated on, or something bad like that happened, I definitely feel like you should stay away and not go back to that person. I know a lot of people get cheated on or cheat, and then they get back together and they work things out, and sometimes it works out the second time, and you know, for some people, like, it's just a mistake that they did that they'll never do again. I know a lot of people have their own views on cheating, like once a cheater, always a cheater. I feel like sometimes that's not always the case. It just depends on the person and like the situation. But when people say an ex is an ex for a reason, sure, that can be true. But if you broke up for a stupid reason, like you live too far away, you never get to see each other, I feel like it's okay to date that person again if the issue that was an issue before is not an issue anymore. Long distance isn't for everybody. It just doesn't work for everybody. Nobody really knows your relationship like you do, and I don't know, I'm happy. I'm so happy, and I haven't been this happy in a long time. And I never would have thought that we would have gotten back together. I never anticipated it. It was never even a thought in my mind. So it's not like that was my goal, trying to get back with him, because I had no idea that we would ever even talk again. I think everything happens for a reason. There might be other reasons out there why people break up and then it's okay for them to get back together besides just distance. But for me, it was the distance. I don't think anybody should ever make you feel bad about who you're dating, as long as you have a healthy relationship and you're happy. So those are just my thoughts on it. If you guys have any other good reasons why you should date an ex, please leave them down below. I would like to hear other people's opinions, but I don't agree with this saying. It's just a very broad statement. Exes are exes for a reason. It's just a very, very vague thing to say when there are so many reasons that people break up. And not all those reasons are good reasons to stay broken up. Leave any questions, comments, or thoughts down below. I'm interested in hearing it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.